Hello students, today we are going to learn about the crystal basis, crystal lattice and basis. Now in this diagram here, this is the this is the lattice. So lattice is the three-dimensional arrangement of the points. Lattice is the three-dimensional arrangement of the points in the space that is called as a lattice. So this arrangement is a regular and repeated and fixed called as a lattice. Now what is basis? Basis is the arrangement of the particular constituent particles. So constituent particles may be either atom, ion or molecule. So when they attach to the point, lattice point, that becomes basis. So this is the lattice and this is the basis. And once they combine, so lattice plus basis form the crystal structure. Lattice plus basis form the crystal structure. So I have shown here that if at the constituent lattice point, if the particular basis is attached and this will be extended in the three-dimensional region and it forms the lattice that is called as a space lattice. So now I am going to share here the PPT here. So here I am going to present here the PPT here. So this is the crystal lattice and the basis. Lattice is nothing but the arrangement of the points in a three-dimensional periodic array. A crystal structure is attached, as I told you that this is the lattice, and if the this is the basis, and if the basis is attached to the crystal lattice, then it forms the space lattice. So lattice is, again I'm repeating, that it is the arrangement of the points, lattice points in the three-dimensional region. And if you attach the basis to that lattice, then it becomes a crystal. So crystal structure is grown here with the constituent particles which are attached to the lattice point. So we can say that crystal is the structure that is the result by attaching the basis to each of the lattice points. Okay. Now I'm just in the next slide, I'm showing here that the unit cell, how the unit cell, what is unit cell? So unit cell is the arrangement, the unit cell is the smallest repeating structural unit of the crystal lattice. So it means that if this is the unit cell, then it grows in all the direction. This yellow is the unit cell. Then it will continue in all direction, all possible direction in the array of lattice. Array means a definite arrangement of all the points, and this unit cell is repeated in all the direction, and thus the crystal structure is grown. So it is just like the honeycomb structure. In the honeycomb, the hexagons are arranged in a definite pattern, and they are they are extended in all the direction and form the honeycomb. So similar way, the unit cell is also extended in all the three-dimensional region, means in all direction. It is stacked in all direction and it forms the crystal structure. So unit cell is the building block of the crystal structure. Unit cell is the building block of the crystal structure which is extended in all the direction. Now, in the next slide, again I am showing here that this is the crystal cell, and which is the building block or smallest repeating unit. So in the same manner, it is repeated. This is repeated in the same manner. This unit cell is characterized or described by its parameter. By its parameter, called as the crystallographic parameter. These parameters are along the direction, three direction, that is x, y, and z direction, called as the A, B, C. That is age length is A, B, C. So if this is the structure of the unit cell, which is, suppose for example it is a cube like structure. So in the cube like structure, the A, B and C represents the length, width and height or depth of the cube. Okay, and these are representing the angles between the axes. So there are six parameters. So each unit cell is described by its parameter, that is the edge length A, B and C, and the angle between them, that is alpha, beta and gamma. Now here the angle is also fixed. So between A and C the angle is beta, between B and C the angle is alpha, and between A and B the angle is gamma. So the unit cell is a, it's a geometry is fixed. The geometry of the unit cell is same as that of the single crystal. And all these unit cells are actually sharing, unit cell are sharing their faces and edges. So if you talk about this cube, so how many edge length does it have? This is called as edge length, like A, B and C. So how many it has? So for the cubical geometry as an example, it is having the 12 edges, 4 here, these are the 4, 8, these are 2, 9, 10 and this 11, 2. How many corners cube is having? So these are the 4 and this is at the base 4 means 8 corners, and the faces are 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 upper and the base face. So total 6 faces. So this way the unit cell is characterized by its parameters, and when it grows in the crystal structure, it is sharing its faces, edges and corners with the adjacent unit cell. With the adjacent unit cell. So this will gives you an idea that how the unit cell grows, and when it grows, it's very important that it is sharing its corner, edges and faces with the adjacent unit cell. I will go for the types of unit cell. Now, in the diagram here before that, here I here I have shown here that the constituent particles are at the corners. Yeah, constituent particles are present here at the corners. Okay. Now here also you can see all these are constituent particles, maybe atom, ion or molecule. You know this. So here if you take the example as a cube, the constituent particles are at the corner, but in some cubic unit cell, along with corners, some constituent particles are present at other points. Based on this, means where are the constituent particles? So based on this, the unit cell are classified as in these four types: primitive unit cell and centered unit cell. For the centered unit cell, there are three types: that body centered, face centered, and edge centered. So first is primitive unit cell. So in case of primitive unit cell, the constituent particles are present in the corners along with only in the corners, only in the corners. In case of primitive unit cell, the constituent particles are present only at the corners. In case of body centered unit cell, the constituent particles are along with corners, they are in the center. They are in the center of the unit cell. In case of face centered unit cell, the constituent particles are at the center of each face, at the center of each face along with corners. And in the last, that is edge centered or base centered unit cell, the constituent particles are at the opposite face, center of the any one pair of opposite faces along with corners. So these are the four types of unit cell, and these four types of unit cell in exist in different crystal system. These types of unit cell are exist in different unit crystal system. So what are crystal system? And we are again going to take examples of these all types of unit cell. So there are seven crystal system total: cubic, tetragonal, and all these seven crystal system. What is crystal system? So as I shown in the previous slide, that taking the example of cubic unit cell. So cubic means it's a shape. Its shape is cubic. And other than this, there are also some other shapes are there of the unit cell, and these are called as a tetragonal crystal system. So crystal system is cubic. The shape of the unit cell is cubic. Then if you take the example as tetragonal, then the crystal system is having this shape, that is tetragonal. So in the cubic, there are three types of unit cells are possible. Cubic is a crystal system. In that crystal system, we get three types of unit cell. So we call this as a simple, means primitive cubic unit cell. Second type is body centered cubic unit cell. Third type is face centered cubic unit cell. In tetragonal also we get simple, that is primitive, base centered, and only two we get primitive and base centered tetragonal unit cell. Then orthorhombic, we get the shape of the crystal is orthorhombic. So these are the shape of the crystals, and these are the unit cells. So for the orthorhombic, the possible unit cells are simple, that is primitive orthorhombic unit cell, body centered orthorhombic unit cell, face centered orthorhombic unit cell, and base or edge centered orthorhombic unit cell. Then for the rhombohedral, the possible unit cell are primitive only. Means for the rhombohedral, primitive rhombohedral unit cell is possible. For monoclinic crystal system, the primitive unit cell is possible, and base centered unit cell is possible. So base centered, monoclinic, and primitive unit cell is possible. For the triclinic, only primitive unit cell is possible. For the hexagonal, only the primitive unit cell are possible. Now, these shapes depend upon what? These are the crystal system, 7, and we call these all, if you count this unit cell, these are 14, and this 14 unit cell are possible for 7 crystal system, and this is discovered by first time by the mathematician called as Bravis, and that's why these called as these unit cells are called as Bravis unit cell, and total are possible 14, 1 4 only possible in all kinds of solids. And how many crystal system? 7 crystal system are possible. So I have given you that in cubic how many crystal unit cells are possible, how many type of unit cell are possible. So primitive, body centered, and face centered are possible. So this is all about the crystal system and Bravis unit cell. Then how the shape is depends on what? These crystal shapes. These are the shapes. These cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic. These are the shapes of the crystal unit cell, and of course for the crystal. So if it is monoclinic, then the crystal is also monoclinic. If it is hexagonal unit cell crystal system, then the shape of the crystal is also hexagonal. So it depends upon the parameters which I have shown again in this unit cell, that it depends on its parameter, that is A, B and C. For the simple cubic, A is equal to B and C, B and C also. So A. So for the cubic, all the length, width and height is same, that is A, and this is also A, this also A, this is also A. And the angle is also 90, equal angle, alpha, beta, gamma are equal for the cubic. For the tetragonal, it is different. For the orthorhombic, the parameters are different. Angle is different, lengths are different. So this cube, this cube that it's same as that puzzle cube you have. Orthorhombic shape is similar to the matchbox which we have. So these are the different shapes of the crystal system is based on these parameters. These are called as crystallographic parameters because the study of the crystal and its all about its properties is called as a crystallography. So these are called as crystallographic parameters. So now let's go for the next that is called as Bravais lattices here. So in the previous slide, I told you that cubic crystal system is exist in three different types of unit cell. First is called as a primitive cubic unit cell. Second is called as face-centered cubic unit cell. Third is called as a body-centered cubic unit cell. For the cubic crystal system, as I told you that both the um, all the three edges A, B, C, the length, width, and height are same. So all these is same. This is the perfect cube, and the faces are 6 here for the perfect cube. Here also face center, the basic geometry is cube here. What is the difference between them is the types of unit cell here. It is primitive, here it is face centered and body centered. So primitive means you can see here the constituent particles are only at the corners. In case of body centered cubic unit cell, the concept you can see here with this blue dot here, the along with the corners, these red particles, there is a blue particle which is at the center of the cube, that is called as a body centered cubic. And if you observe this face center cubic, the constituent particles are at each faces. There are 6 faces are possible. You can check with a cube that how many faces, how many corners, and how many edges are possible for the cube structure, because we are going to study deeply the cubic crystal system only. So for face-centered cubic unit cell, there are 6 faces and constituent particles are also present at the center of each faces. Center of each faces. Now this is the for the tetragonal system. There are constituent particles is present at corners becomes primitive tetragonal. See the shape here is different from that of the cube. So this shape is based on the parameter A, B, C and the angle alpha, beta and gamma. So this is for the tetragonal, that is primitive and body centered. This is hexagonal, only one primitive is possible. A primitive hexagonal unit system or crystal system is possible. But for orthorhombic, all these are possible. Possible unit cells are primitive orthorhombic, then body centered orthorhombic means along with the corners, the constituent particles are at the center of the orthorhomb. It's called as orthorhombic body centered unit cell. Then face centered means only at the one pair, only at one pair which is opposite. So here the two pairs are having in opposite direction. Out of these two pair of faces, only one pair of face and its center the constituent particles are present. That is called as a base centered orthorhombic unit cell. Then the last one is called face centered FCC. So all the faces they contains the particle constituent particle at the center of the orthorhombic. So this is all about the orthorhombic. Then for this is for the monoclinic, there are two possible monoclinic. Possible are primitive monoclinic and other monoclinic possible is base centered or edge centered monoclinic. Then rhombohedral and triclinic crystal system is only exist in the primitive. So you can observe here also in your textbook you can observe the different shapes of the 7 different crystal system and where are the constituent particles are exactly present. This is called as a Bravais unit cell, and the lattice is called also called as a Bravais lattices. Then we go for the next. We are going to study now the cubic unit cell. So in case of a cubic unit cell, we are going to discuss this cubic unit cell. So this is the cubic unit cell, primitive cubic unit cell. We are going to discuss like this: primitive, then body, and then face center cubic unit cell. So in case of primitive cubic unit cell, the particles are at the corners, but if you see here in this diagram here, in this image here, the unit cell is consist of the particles here, and this is shared between the 8 unit cell. The corners, the particles or the constituent particles which are at the corners are shared by 8 unit cell, because each unit cell is extended in all the direction. Each unit cell is extended in the all the direction. So the arrangement is like this in case of cubic system, that the corner particles are shared by the 8 unit cell, or corner particles is the part of 8 unit cell. So if I take a lemon and if I cut it in half, again I cut it in half, it becomes 4 lemon parts, and again I cut it in of half, it becomes 8 parts of the lemon, and that one part now, which is 1/8 part of lemon, is same as shown here. Okay, so if 8 unit cell is having one constituent particle, 8 unit cell is having one constituent particle, that means each unit cell is having the 1/8 part of the constituent particle. So what is shown here is 1/8 part at each corner, and this is the real unit cell. So at each corner of the unit cell, there is a 1/8 part of the constituent atoms are present here, and this is the perfect representation of the unit cell like this. And in the space lattice, it is shown like this, that how the atoms are arranged and the perfect geometry of a cube like structure, and they are sharing their edges, faces, and corners. As I told you that each cell is sharing the edges, faces, and the corners. So this is all about the primitive cubic unit cell. In case of body-centered cubic unit cell, in case of body-centered cubic unit cell, the constituent particles are at the corners, of course, 8 corners, plus in the center of the cube. So here, this is the exact representation of the unit cell. That corner particles are shared between 8 unit cell. So each unit cell is having 1/8 part of constituent particles, and the particles which is at the center is not shared by any cell. It is belonging to that unit cell only. So this is the perfect representation for the body centered cubic unit cell, and this is the representation of the BCC in the space lattice. Now face centered cubic unit cell. In the face centered cubic unit cell, here the constituent particles are at the corners as shown here with this, and along with corners they are at the center of each faces. So how many faces? 6 faces, and hence 6 particles are there. But how many particles are belonging to the unit cell? So here the corners are again 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8 part is belonging to one unit cell, plus here this at the face, center of the face, is shared by 2 unit cell. Face is shared between 2 unit cell. So if you place the particle at the center of the face, then it is shared between the 2 unit cell. Because of this, the unit cell contains only half of the constituent particle. The single unit cell contains half of the particles which is at the face. So all the faces contain half particle at the center of the faces, and this is the perfect structure representation of the FCC structure, and this is in the space. So in the space lattice, FCC cell, unit cell, cubic unit cell will be like this. So this is about the cubic crystal system, and we are going to take the next in the